Hello, welcome back to Organized Toronto. This week we are talking about winter wear. Hats, gloves, scarves, anything you use to keep yourself warm this time of year. It can be a real pain in the tuchus to organize, so I'm going to help you out, and away we go. One of the first things you can do is you can take all of your winter belongings, put them in a pile like the old Konmari way, and then sort through what brings you joy, what doesn't. Again, what does joy feel like? Well, let me tell you, when I was walking through the bay and I saw this hat, I actually laughed out loud. Like, not ha, but ha, you know? Initially I thought, who would wear that? That is ridiculous. It was 20 times the size of the other hats. And then I went over to try it on because I was laughing so hard. And I put it on, and well, that's joy, my friends. I can't stop laughing every time I wear this hat. I feel wonderful, it keeps me warm, it does the job. When I brought it home, I went through and looked through some other hats that in the past may have done the same thing for me, but no longer do. And those went out, they're gone now. I highly recommend, and in fact I'm maybe asking you, if you could take the time to donate the items that you do not use. There are many homeless people in this city of Toronto, and they could definitely use your unused hats and scarves and anything you have to keep yourself warm. If you'd like to contact me about donating things, I can come pick them up if you don't have the time to do that. But we'll talk about that later. There's information on my website about that. So getting into the organizing. We're going back to the shoebox, my friends. It's pretty easy. Here we have 2 shoe boxes, one with gloves, one with hats. It's pretty straightforward. You find the pair, you give it a high five, and you put it in like a filing system so that everything has its own spot. When you need it, you pull it out. When you don't, it's organized, you know where to find it. Obviously, don't put wet things away, dry them out first, otherwise this thing is going to stink to all heck. But there you have it. It's labeled, it's easy. It's at the top of my closet, so it's not like it needs to be pretty. However, if you want it to be pretty, here are some options. We have, I don't know if you've ever heard of Tiffany Pratt, but she does amazing things with used items. She has a book called This Can Be Beautiful, and she just goes through and finds things that are regular old items and turns them into colorful, awesome things. So this was Tiffany's inspiration for me. I went and bought a roll of wrapping paper from HomeSense. I think it was $3.99, and I went and decorated this box for Mariana, and this can be used for her hats and gloves. So if you're getting the hint here, this is specifically for all of her items. Usually children don't have that many things. If you were a family of 4 or 5 or however many, it doesn't make sense to put just hats in one bin, just gloves in the other, because then they all start to get mixed and matched and you start to lose things. If every child or every family member has their own bin, then that won't happen. The children can take ownership, and they know that this is their special box. Heck, they can decorate it themselves if they want. When I was growing up, my mother did the same thing for us. Shoe boxes also, so this is long before the Konmari method. And we had our names on them, and when we came home from school, that's where it went, and we were ready to rock and roll. So there's one idea. If you don't want to get terribly creative or just don't have the time, you can just get a regular box and just put a label on it. I just got that label. This time of year, they have them everywhere for Christmas. You can put your child's name there, or you can cut one of your scraps from anything that you're wrapping this Christmas and then put the child's name on there. There are 101 ways to decorate your shoebox for that, but those are a couple of them for you. Now here's a trickier one for storing. This is scarves. I have, as you see, just an old Hudson's Bay box, and I have all of my scarves in here. Now folding, it's very similar to everything else in the Konmari way, is where you fold it in a rectangle. I'm just doing this quickly. Fold it in thirds, then in half like that, and then you can pop it into the spot that it belongs. Now, scarves like this, they are very large. I'm Ukrainian, so I have a lot of these. I know there are different cultures who have similar type scarves. As you can see, they are triangles. I mean, they are squares, but women wear them in triangles. So rather than turning it back into a square in order to make it a rectangle, all you have to do is fold it in a little bit this way, a little bit like this, and like this. As you can see here, there's the rectangle. You fold it in half, thirds, and then one last time. And then I know that he goes here with the blues. For some of you, they probably all look like the same scarf. They are different color bases, and I can tell, so I guess that's all that matters. But there you go. And then I put this in the closet, and I am organized and happy. I think that's everything. Again, if you are struggling with any of these concepts, feel free to look me up on www.konmari.ca. And I'm taking consultations so I can come in and help you out if you're overwhelmed with this whole idea. And I've said it 1,000 times, but don't be afraid. I don't judge. I come in to help, and I'm happy to do so. And I hope that we can all find joy together. You can also follow me at Organized Toronto on Instagram and Twitter. Time to put my hat away. This one has its own special area. How's my hair? All right, see you later.